Hi everyone. So my name's Claire, not Crystal, and if you're new here, hello, you're a hashtag newbie, and hello, my hashtag obese, OG oldies. This channel's about empowering you on your twin flame journey. Everything I do is channeling, healing, clearing energy. Um, I'm a shaman, medium, Reiki master, hypnotherapist, and other things I often forget to mention, but for some reason new people must have needed to know that in case you're needing some support in that area and you feel guided to me. So, or sometimes it maybe you just need a reminder. But yeah, the most important thing is I've got a lot of experience specifically on the twin flame journey. It's if we're going consciously, it's literally 14 years this year. Can't fucking believe that. I think it would be, to be specific about it, I think it would be 14 years around May, because that's when I can pinpoint the moment that I was like, oh shit, I'm in love with him. And he is not going to be there for a very long time. And here we are. Here we are. That's really simplifying a very strong twin flame activation there. And like I said, so again, why am I saying that? But I must be saying, like, I never, you might hear me question out loud, but again, I'm saying it because somebody must need to hear it out there. That because I just, oh God, on this, like I said, I know I'm moaning a bit lately, but it's hear it, you know what I mean? It's happening. I'm channeling the collective energy, and I think when sleep can be interrupted, or if you're not getting any sleep at all, which is me on and off. Like today, I did plan to get up early and go another walk, but I don't know whether my alarm went off or ignored it or what, but I just went back to sleep again. But actually, I'm giving myself a break because, like I said, I did actually go a massive long walk the other day, and then I did an extensive workout for me, you know what I mean, like yesterday. So my body was just like, right, give me a break, you're putting me in a shock. So somebody else needs to hear that. And it's the new moon, and the new moon, you know, can be quite tiring and anxiety provoking and all that kind of shit. But what I meant is, what I was just going to say there is, there's so many people that are like, the minute you meet your twin flame, they activate your kundalini and your whole world changes. And it's just not the case for everybody. Like, I met my twin flame very young, and it was all just very casual, and we both fancied the fuck out each other. There's no other way to put it. But it took a while for the penny to drop what was really going on there. So again, I've majorly simplified it, but that's Capricorn. It's just straight direct. So I'm just giving another perspective on all the different fucking shit that's out there that is like, apparently this is the only way it happens. It's just, it really does my nutting. And then I'm going to have another bit of a moan. I've seen others before say things like, oh, these people that have been on the journey, like, 10, 15, 20 years, like, they're obviously not doing any work on their subconscious, or, this, that, the next thing. And again, how ignorant is that? Especially when it comes to, in terms of my own personal experience, when I am a literal hypnotherapist, and I'm obsessed with the subconscious mind, and I always was, even from a young child, so it's kind of like, it's nothing to do with that. It is divine timing. And yes, of course, you do have to reprogram your subconscious, but that was something I saw once over the years, and that really irked me. And again, with everything I'm mentioning, from what I've uh, kind of picked up from when I've seen people saying it, it's people that do not have as much experience that are like just chucking out all this shit thinking they're a total know-it-all, and it's like they literally just awakened 2 minutes ago. It's anyway. Again, I'm all for supporting people that are on this journey and sharing experience, but it's if you're coming in thinking you're a fucking 100% expert and this is the only way it happens, then well, you've got a lot more. Anyone that thinks they know it all, you've got a lot more to learn, haven't you? So wow, don't know where that came from, but that's coming through strong. And I think, like, again, it does, I feel strongly about that because this is a very, very painful but beautiful journey. And you could only possibly understand it if you were truly on the twin flame path. And like I've said to many in the past, if anyone's ever made sort of negative comments about it, I just looked at 444. The angels are all around, but I'm always channeling with the angels. If you get this romantic thought in your head that you've met your twin flame because you fall in love easily, or something like that, just because of how popular it all is. But then, like, you know, the attraction wears off after 6 months if you're on the next person called name your twin flame. A lot of the time it's two things. You could be a true twin flame and you sense that there's somebody out there that is the other half of your soul, and so you're just desperate to find them, that, you know, that's happening. I'm open to that. But a lot of the time it's, you probably aren't even on the path, and it's just, you know what I mean? So it's, and why would you want to be? It is fucking hell on earth. It is literally hell on earth, but you're part of creating heaven on earth. And if you'd watched me the whole time, you'd know what I'm talking about. It is not fucking easy. It is a very hard journey. I'm totally channeling Capricorn energy, because I'm basically saying it's a very long, hard journey with tough lessons, karmic lessons. All these things are Capricorn. Capricorn is karma, it is time, it is long journey, it's long journeys to get somewhere, it's patience, it's, you know, it's cautious, it's stability, it's commitment, it's commitment to a journey, commitment to a spiritual journey. So if all of that resonates with you, and, you know, then if all of that resonates with you and you've been on the path, and you don't need to have been, or you don't need to have been consciously, as I like to say, that you are a twin flame for decades or whatever, because that's not the case for a lot of people. A lot of the people that I have helped that tune into this channel, you didn't know what it was, but then it's like, as soon as you've been guided to me and it's came into your awareness, it's all the things click into place. So it's not, which that's actually often, I'm not going to say for everyone, but that's often the case for, I would say, like 75, if not 80% of people that are led to me. Actually, I tend to get sent a lot of people. So again, this, somebody must need to hear this, that's new. I tend to get sent a lot of people that have thought somebody's their twin flame, and then actually when I do the energy clearing on them, it becomes blindingly obvious that actually that person's not a twin flame at all, and it's a trauma bond. And then people have met their twin flames right after coming into contact with me, and that's something that has been tracked. Like I said, I've spoke about this with some of my longer term clients especially over the past 2 to 3 years, about how to demonstrate that. And I think really the only way would be having interviews with people, but with the nature of how complicated and complex all of these dynamics can be for every twin flame journey, some more, you know, complex than others, it's much further down the line that it would be safer for people to share their stories, if it's even going to be safe at all. But I would love, I hold space for the time that can happen, because everything that I'm saying is true. Mind you, again, with the nature of how fast I fucking change and grow, I can lose touch with people. So if any of these people watching the channel are still watching, and you recognise that as you, definitely get in touch. Because like I said, there's definitely people that I'm just keeping it general, but it's like my emails get full and everything like that, right? And obviously things can get lost. And remember, we still are in the Mercury retrograde shadow. But if you're in hermit mode or whatever for any reason, but we haven't spoken a while, and I've, just basically what I'm saying is there's a few people that I'm like, that has been ages now that I haven't heard from that person. So unless you know that it's like we just naturally drifted, and you know, and that's just what happens in life, then that's fine. But I'm talking about a few specific people that it's like, that really isn't like some people that I know to have not, I don't know, to sort of updated where they're at, like at least a couple of months down the line, or just because I do worry a wee bit. So anyway, so again, if that's you, you'll know that that's you. And I'm really looking forward to, I've got a session with one of you tomorrow, and then one of you needs to reply to me to set that up, but no rush at all, because I took about 10 days to reply back to you because I was on my holiday. Right, so blah blah blah. Like I said, that was quite a strong energy coming through. So I keep hiccuping, and when I hiccup, that is transmuting energy. When I hiccup or burp, it's transmuting heavier energy. So if I didn't say that, it's the new moon in Capricorn, which I know I'd said that, but it's also the 111 port. Wait a minute, is that too many ones? 111, no. So 111 portal. So ones in numerology are all about new beginnings, alignment, That's really what comes to me. New beginnings and alignment. I feel there's a lot of change in there. I feel there's quite a lot of strong messages that are coming through from some of the Divine Masculine collective. So just generally, well, basically I got the intense twin flamey cards, which I don't do every day on this, like, because I'm planning on getting back to like my twin flame therapy, basically love stories, aren't they? But I don't know whether I'm going to fit that in the day because I felt really called to give my mum a healing. And often I'll say, like, heal you, you know what I mean? Like, we've not had healing for ages, and it's always just kind of like if she wants it. And my mum's just always that busy because, you know what I mean? She's just always busy. So, but our schedules seem to have aligned that she was up for it. So, so I'm quite excited because I don't do in-person healings very often. Like, I don't even know if I don't think I'd done any last year. Last year no, I definitely didn't actually. It just seemed to whiz by. So yeah, I'm quite excited to do that. And like I say, my mum's always really pretty open about me sharing anything interesting that comes up. So we'll see. So, and I've just looked at the timer at 11:11. So 11:11 on the 111 portal for using America, and it's 11:1 for us. Always find that really weird how, like, why does like use put it that way and in the UK we put it the other way. That's weird. Anyway, time is an illusion, as we know, and everyone said, everyone's generalising, but people call this the new year, and many people don't consider the new year until Aries season, and I'm one of those people. Which is what this is all about, getting us through the January blues. And then my January blues, and then my eyes just got led to 11:44. Again, I mean, this is just, it's like I just replied in the comments to those of you that are seeing these number activities. It's just constant. It's been a constant for me for a very, very, very long time. Like, we're talking, like, I don't think it's quite the 14 years, but it's somewhere along the 12 years or something, and it was nobody else was noticing it. So, I see it about 20 times a day. But it's important for me to say it to others because I feel other people that didn't see it as frequently as what you are now are seeing it, or people that never saw it at all, or people that have heard me talk about it for the past 9 years and didn't know what I was fucking on about, which isn't most of you. I mean, all of you will have seen that too. But it's just, it's a way for, it's a way to get your attention to wake you up, is basically what that's all about. And if you've not heard that whole spiel, that's how, when I first went through my big, I would say it was my second dark night of soul, but for a long time I considered that my first one. But basically, yeah, that is when I was doing a lot of the sessions with people. And again, it was a lot of them I done for free, but just because they were free doesn't mean that they weren't like absolutely life-changing and powerful. Like, I gave people the most amazing business ideas in those sessions, and it was huge activations that I know for a fact it went on for them to go and do amazing things. A lot of which acknowledged it was after I had helped them for free, some of which did not. Oh my God, there's the blunt Capricorn again in me. It's quite funny. Again, true story. But a lot of it was done through, like I just remembered at that time, I would be seeing the numbers and drawing people's attention to it, and they were like, what? And then, like, after that, it was just constant. And yeah, it's a bit of a wild ride, so I don't know why I'm going into all of that, but that's quite interesting. Right, so the Divine Masculines, though, just generally, I feel there's this feeling of like really wanting to let go of the past, but still needing time to heal from whatever has went on in different people's pasts, which, like I share all the time, it's not small stuff. Like, it is big karmic tough lessons that Divine Masculines go through too. So Divine Feminines go through a lot of pain and karmic stuff. And also, like I've said before, you can go through karmic lessons with your actual twin. So you don't just go through karmic lessons with karmic partners. You can go through karmic cycles with your twin flame, which is complicated too. Because that's why I think just there's so much toxicity, and confusion around the twin flame journey, because it's like, you and your twin flame aren't, well, actually you are. That's quite funny that it's not quite at 144, but let's see, I'll look away. You are. You're God's army. You are God's angels. But what I was about to say is you're not an angel. You know what I mean? Like, look, then it was 1441. In the sense that, you're going to fuck up, your twin flame's going to fuck up, and you're going to fuck up around each other's feelings as well, because it's about clearing trauma. And, until you've actually faced enough of your shadow and integrated it, which isn't an overnight thing. It's a constant thing over many, many years. I've said before, but that when I was integrating that shadow part of me, before, so before doing that work, I had sort of saw the separation with me and mine. I just basically really felt the separation in a bigger way than what I do now. And then that integration of balancing my own inner feminine and masculine energy within me in the way that I do it in that particular session, it did take like about 1.5 years to fully integrate that. And it was really after that, I don't feel the separation in the way that I did before. And I just felt really quite at peace. And I've said this before, but like today, I've not done that session with many people. It's just like I've never had the go ahead that people were ready for it. But some of you watching have had that and have had really powerful balance of your own inner feminine masculine energy. And it does, and by the way, that doesn't mean, oh yeah, and then you meet your twin flame. But for one person, it actually did mean that. One person that just popped into my mind there. But again, it's like what I was saying yesterday. It must have just been time. For other people, it can be like it balances your own inner energy, and it just gets you. It gets you on mission for whatever you're meant to be doing in the world before coming into contact with them. And that's so funny that I'm saying that, because as I'm saying that, I'm getting led to things around my room that would make sense for one of you. That's so funny. And we'll see what comes out of the life purpose deck. But anyway, so yeah, I really do feel there's a lot of fear in the divine masculines about like just awakening the fact that like they realise that they were running from themselves. As cheesy as that sounds, but it's like, it does remind me of that Beyonce song, like, running, I mean, I think it's called Running. I'm not going to sing it because it's too high for me, but it's like, I'm not running from myself no more. I'm ready to face it all. So that's kind of, so I'm just saying this all in case the cards start to back it up. Yeah, and I just feel many divine masculines that have awakened to what this is all about, and, releasing karmic cycles that aren't good for their life and karmic people, and it doesn't always need to be releasing karmic people, because if this is people that's your nearest and dearest and it's friends or family, it's just about setting stronger boundaries. Which again, as you can see, that blew my mind that really, really came up in the weekly reading. Like, I mean, that I've only watched it once because it was obviously 2 hours, but I can feel that it was speaking to people. But yeah, I just feel there's this really strong feeling of divine masculine energies taking their time to heal and for themselves. But I do feel there is a lot of like, the usual, like doubt, regret, worry. But mixed in with a lot of passion. I do feel there is a lot of desire and passion in the air as well. Like, because Venus is in Sagittarius, that's a fire sign. Mercury, the planet of communication, is also in Sagittarius at the highest degrees, out of retrograde. So yeah, I do just feel there is passionate, playful communication. And then also when the moon moves into Aquarius, that's expect unexpected shock surprises. But before that, because it is the new moon today in Capricorn, we've got Pluto. Pluto will meet up with the moon at some point, and that will be very intense feelings. Actually, that could amplify feelings of desire, come to think of it. Because that's why I'm so intense, because my Pluto conjuncts my Scorpio rising. And remember, Pluto, real Scorpio, so that's why I'm so intense, because mine is 0 degrees. But anyway, so what all that means, let's see what comes out. So what's the feminine got to say? If it's that fucking best buddies ones again, I just can't. I mean, how many times does that want to come out? But again, it's got to surely have something to do with the fact that I channeled these messages, which are meant to be from collective of divine feminines, but obviously some of them, if not all of them, are going to be inspired about me being a divine feminine and having a divine masculine. But I do feel it has got something to do with it, that it's that me and mine were obviously very close. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but it was really our own. I think it was just our own understanding that we never even really spoke about with each other. Oh fuck, I don't. You know what I mean? But I think that's why that card comes out all the time. You've got to. Yeah. And oh my god, look, shit. That's what I've just been saying. I know you worry. I will see the real you and run. You're wrong. I love every side of you unconditionally. That's kind of like what I was saying. Right, another one. Oh, and by the way, when I was just setting up that fucking massage table, I pinged my nail. Like, well, it's the real. Oh my god, it's that one again. Fucking hell. That's worse than the baby. Our spirit babies talk to me. I wonder if you see their signs too. So that's not relevant to everyone, but it's going to be relevant to some. And by the way, like that is something that I've had my whole life. I'm a medium for children and spirit babies that, you know, have yet to come in for people. That's happened to me my whole life before I even knew who my twin flame was. Like I've just been able to communicate with spirit babies. So I can't wait to be alone with you. There's the desire. Yeah, I do feel some of these cards are picking up on what you're more powerful than you realise. And let's just get another one. And you're my biggest teacher, and I'm grateful. I feel, oh my god, Capricorn is the teacher. And also, actually, see that one. Capricorn's commitment is long-term commitments, and think about that. I mean, babies are long-term commitments, so it's yeah, biggest teacher, and I'm grateful. And obviously, that can be as well about. I know that card doesn't say that, but that can be about where you as a divine feminine, regardless of your gender, or you as a divine masculine, regardless of your gender, have children as well. You know that, because I know that is a lot of you. Yeah, you're my biggest teacher. I'm grateful. That's so Capricorn new moon. What's the masculine saying back? I miss you more than you realise. Yeah, I'd say that fits with stuff that I've said. And I want to explain myself to you. So again, I feel where there's like huge question marks over like just well the duck with Nix's comment about the yin yang ducks. But it's like, you know, what the actual duck is going on. Like I'm just, yeah, you know what I mean? Like I just feel a lot of divine feminines at this point. It's like some of you will know what is going on in your dynamic. And most of the time there's always something you're in the dark with. It's just what this journey's like. But whatever it is that you've been in the dark about, I do feel a lot of divine masculines, and look how my throat's going now. I feel a lot of divine masculines do want to come forward and explain why it is they've ghosted or they've not shared their feelings, especially the ones that have basically loved you all along or had very strong feelings all along. And I just looked at 2222 when I said that, and 222 especially is usually about love and partnership. Yeah. And again, it's going to have something to do with running from themselves, and that's coming into awareness now. Because again, like I always say, if you get that it's like someone was not awakened to the love, and then now they are. But the complicated thing is, it doesn't mean that they didn't have a strong feeling, but it was like just really buried deep down in the subconscious. Step by step and becoming the person you deserve. I feel that really fits with what I said about wanting to heal and work on themselves before come forward, which obviously some of them have actually already done that. But some of them are still in it. Some of you, sorry. Again, it's hard when I'm channeling. Sometimes I feel rude when I'm saying like them, and you could be the divine masculine watching, but which is actually most of my audience. But fuck, you know what I'm saying, right? People, if you get me, you get me. If you don't, well, nobody's fucking perfect. So the grass wasn't green on the other side. Again, I feel that's probably connected to what I've just said here as well. It's like many people could have thought that they were with the right person for them at that time, meaning they've had strong feelings for a twin flame, but actually it was so strong they couldn't handle it, and therefore getting in relationships with other people. And yeah, when you're in a relationship for a long time, babies come along. It's just a fact. But as we all know, children can't save a marriage. They definitely can't save a relationship. And in some cases, if they come along too soon, it's total game over for whatever love there was they're building, if there was even true love in the first place. Because again, it's yeah, that's a thing, which I'm sure, you know, that will resonate with a lot of people. I can't I can't walk away from my karmic situation just yet. I was wondering why all that was coming through. And so I really do feel, again, and it's like, look, don't take this if it's not yours. And some of you might not even know that, but I really do feel that it's like, look, some people, some divine masculines might be in a situation like this where the grass isn't greener, but like, you know, babies have been created before somebody realises the grass isn't greener. So again, this could be past energy I'm channeling, this could be present, it could be future, and if it's future, obviously take it as an omen, guys out there. But I'd say that does kind of fit, and that actually has just clarified why I was bringing through stuff when the cards didn't even say that, because like I say all the time, I don't need the cards. They talk through me. Right, so, but the cards are fun, and I'm actually going to pause and then get rid of these intense ones, but I just felt that message really wanted to come through. So again, it's like, I just kind of feel like if you're involved in really complex situations like that, I feel you'd already have some kind of sense about it. So yeah, anyway, so what else? I want to come back home to you, you're where I belong. That one comes out a lot as well. It reminds me of the home song, Michael Bublé. And I've cried over you. Again, I feel that's intense feelings. I'm feeling that could even really be happening later on tonight with Moon conjunct Pluto. Trust me, they want you to trust them. Trust the plan. Remember, that keeps coming up. Now is not the right. Right, I'm not being funny, but that is really picking. Look at everything that's just come out. It's not the right time for some, because quite literally, I do feel there's karmic situations where there are pregnancies involved or young children. It doesn't even need to be young children. It could just be children that are like older, but you know, there's children involved and things like that. Or it's but and if that's not you, it's just not yours today. But it's coming through strong today, but I can picture a life with you. It's also like, you know, to take it even darker, it's also situations where like really toxic like women have done that on purpose, which obviously that is, I would hope, but majority of times not the case for people, but that obviously can happen as well. I can't stand not talking to you. It's not wanting to get you mixed up in a load of drama, actually, as I feel where it comes from. Having worked with people in these situations for years, I'm making a plan to come back to you. So sometimes that plan can be like years later. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, yeah, some of you will actually know that it's like somebody knows that they're in love with you, but they're in quite a situ. Right, okay, so heavy message today, but Capricorn is the heaviest sign, is what I would say. It's heavy, serious energy. It is, like I said, it is long-term energy. So let's clear these cards and then see what else comes through. And I think we definitely need this. I'm just like, wonder, it will be. I'm like, because I paused it, I'm like, I hope I picked the phone up the same bit. Yeah, let's just clear that energy, because just meaning that it's like, I just feel some, oh shit. Oh my god, that actually is a total omen as well. The fucking bit of sage is falling on the card. Don't worry, I didn't burn my fingers, but there's going to be something about the saying someone burning your fingers. Burnt fingers, wait a minute, I know what that means, but sometimes it helps to... Someone got their fingers burned. That's what that means. Someone's, this is really going to speak to someone. And again, like I said, past, present, future, it's Akashic records. Oh, fuck's sake, it's telling me the literal. Burned fingers meaning, saying, not literal. To suffer unpleasant results of an action, especially loss of money, so you do not want to do the same thing again. She'd invested extensively in stocks and got her fingers burned in the market or collapse. Oh my god. So it could be literally that. Like, somebody could have had their fingers burned financially by a karmic partner. Oh, and it could be by a karmic partner involving children. Or it could be someone's had their fingers burned in something in business that's got nothing to do with children. But someone's had their fingers burned. And again, who fucking doesn't when it comes to karmic partner? I mean, that, sadly, that can even be fucking family fucking you over in money and or anywhere in life. Right, I need to put the sage out. Hang on. But the gist of that is a very strong message from a collective of divine masculines, or it could even just be one person's divine masculine, basically really strongly wanted to get the message out that they're excited about the future with you, but they need to let go of the past, and it's complicated. And there's fear over the way that they walked away from you, and they've realised they're running away from themselves, but they're working on themselves and healing and want to come back stronger, but to tell the truth. So again, that's very specific, and it's not going to be everyone's situation, but so it has to be making sense to somebody out there. So, but it was important enough to come through. Right, so now let's just clear, we've cleared that energy, but if that's still you, it could still make sense to you, but like I said, it's always going to be heavier stuff on a Capricorn moon, and I did say I'd be feeling a lot of dark energy around here. Right, so And I'm saying that's dark because although children are amazing, I mean, everybody that knows me well knows how much I love children, but it's dark because particularly if it's done in a dark way, like basically people that have been trapped, which again, I must stress isn't everyone, um, it traps somebody for, well, forever, doesn't it? So, and it's, and where there's no love there, and it's basically, it's not fair to everyone involved because it's not burnt on a firm foundation and it is burnt on a lie. Um, and it's really unfair to, it's unfair to the guy it happens to, and it's unfair to the children. Um, and really, whatever kind of women do that out there, which is the kind of women I can't stand, it's unfair to yourself. Like, if you feel like you need to trap somebody to keep them, like, you really need to go and get fucking serious therapy. And I'm not saying that, well, it sounded horrible the way I said it, but you know, it's true. Like, fucking hell, man. We can all have strong feelings for people, but that is no way to keep, that is no way to keep a person. Like, it's, yeah, anyway. Very strong message coming through. Right, so feminine. Yeah, look, set love and boundaries. Open your heart. It's like, this is definitely about setting, like, oh my god, Capricorn is boundaries. So yeah, set love and boundaries, divine feminines, wherever you need to do that in your life. And this could still be connected to whatever I'm picking up with. Like, if your divine masculine is in a situation like that, whether this is past, present, or, like I said, hopefully not future, hopefully this can, again, but it can't even, that's the thing, it can't even stop it from happening, because I could be channeling this about a divine masculine, and it's their divine feminine that's watching it. And if that's what's meant to happen, to teach people a lesson, well, that's what happens. You know what I mean? It's like, some people are got to fuck around and find out. Yeah, and like I said, it's not a terrible thing, is it? Because children are amazing, but when you've got people that use children like a pawn, it's not so amazing. And I sincerely hope that's nobody listening to this. Right, masculine energy, that card again keeps coming out for masculine. Interesting, it's the 111 portal, higher heart opening. So I feel feminine, you're being guided to set love and boundaries in your life where you need to, whether it's got anything to do with what I just channeled, or whether this is around any other karmic energies around your life. It's your setting love and boundaries. Masculine, you're also setting love and boundaries because this is your feminine energy. And masculine, you're having a higher heart opening, a higher heart activation, and feminines, this is also your masculine side as well. There's just this huge energies coming in, and also we're not far off 33 minutes as I'm filming this, which is forgiveness energy. So because it's a new moon, let's see if the new moon card comes out. Sometimes it does. Take time to breathe out. So it's not new moon, but there's something here. I feel that's picking up on what I said about the fear in the collective masculines that I can feel around where they perceive that they've fucked up. Which, like I always say, even if people are involved in these very dark situations I've just channeled about 33 minutes, Jesus, think about that kind of story. It's like it's not. It's like it's just the lessons that some people are meant to go through to awaken. So reveal what needs to be seen. Well, fucking hell, whoever this is related to, I feel I certainly have. It's like, you know, this is the Scorpio card. It's reveal what needs to be seen. Things that have been hidden, secrets, are being revealed. So again, I do feel that whatever I'm picking up here as well is it's like anything that wasn't known is coming to light. Whatever that means. And I feel that could be to do with the moon conjunct Pluto as well. Because Pluto rules Scorpio, that's how I'm getting that. Make time for self-love. And again, I feel that's to do with when I said that the masculines are feeling a lot of desire, they're feeling a lot of regret. I feel there's a lot of shame there as well. About basically walking away and abandoning the feminine for whatever reason. It's like basically this feeling of being able to see it from the feminine's perspective. But also kind of like there is this excitement about what if they do forgive me? And what if I have got a future with them? And what if this isn't all fucked? So it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting energy that I'm picking up on. Yeah, full moon in Leo, and full moon in Leo is about passion, having fun, and this is the masculine rising in their power regardless of gender. It's like it's time to go wild. It's time to have some fun, bring some fun back, because actually, look, take a breather. Like that breathe and breather, it does feel like that's the anxiety that I said. It's like Capricorn's a very serious moon, and so I feel I'm really picking up on that kind of energy as well. And be real, full moon Aquarius. Well, I feel there's a lot of real energy coming through in this one, but it's because Capricorn's very direct. It's not mincing the words. Like, look, this is what's going on for some people, and that's just what's going on. So maybe this is known to you because it's past energy or it's present, or maybe it's something that you suspect and it could even be answered. But again, don't tell yourself big wild stories if that's not fitting. Basically, don't make it fit if it's not yours. This would probably just be confirming things that people maybe felt, because there is it's kind of like, I don't really want to be adding to the drama in that way, but this must be true for some because it is coming through, and I know that it's true for some for a fact because of all the people that I've worked with over the years. But it's there are a lot of titles right now I've noticed that are about, like, well, actually, what we're talking about is the same. It's actually very similar energy to what I'm bringing through, like secret pregnancies being revealed, or secret children being revealed, or just shady shit to do around children, like just things coming to light. So that could be all different things for all different people, so whatever that means. So it's pretty dark. I did say, like yesterday, it's dark energy, so I'm sending prayers and love to whoever all of this is happening to. It doesn't feel very nice to tap into, basically. Right, so what's healing for the feminine? Help from above. So yeah, there's I feel the help from above is, I feel it's like spirit protecting divine feminines from a lot of drama, basically, which I feel has went on in the past and it's going on presently, and it will go on in the future because you're very protected, as are divine masculines. Self-sabotage shit, right? And it's that card again. So this is what came up. Was it only just yesterday? It came up yesterday or the day before, but this is the one where obviously I said it's like, look, you could be a woman and this is karmic energies around you, or you could be a man and this is karmic energies around you. But it's that person looks despondent. They almost look hypnotized. You know, they look like, I just looked at 37, which is about following your north node. It's like they look like they're holding you back, if this is you, from your destiny, because following your north node is about following your destiny. And if you don't know why I'm saying that, it's because around the age of 37 is when you are guided onto your north node path. It doesn't mean you're following it right there and then. I'd even say, going by past experience and what I've helped people with, that's even kind of rare. Like, I think people go into overtime with your north node path, because again, with me it was when it was in my north node. It depends, actually. I kind of was on my north node path because that was when I released my first shamanic journey, like basically doing more of what I knew I was meant to be doing. But I had pushed through a lot of fear before getting to that point. And even now, like, there are still ways, and like, I'm not holding myself back, but there's definitely still ways in which I know I could be demonstrating the depth of my skills in an even stronger way. And so that's what I'm always working on. And again, that is very Capricorn. You know what I mean? We can always do better. But I do feel some of what I've channeled here is to do with this self-sabotage. I feel some of the masculines, either past or presently, or like I said, sadly, even in the future, through self-sabotage and running away from the twin flame connection, have ran into karmic dynamics where, like the card said, the grass wasn't greener, and they can't, that card says it very politely, you know, I can't step away from my karmic situation just yet because somebody's knocked up. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, and again, it's like, that's a stand-up guy. Do you know what I mean? People that walk away from folk like that, it's not the best, is it? You need to let me go so I can grow. I don't know why I picked these up. But again, that's through fear as well when people do that. And you're all I've ever wanted. So, again, we can't make... There's lots of reasons why people do things, but I'm more talking about... I've definitely known in the past of people that are quite malicious about it, like just fucking putting it about willy-nilly, couldn't give a fuck who they get in a situation, and then let the person crack on. And yeah, not great, is it? But it's, and I wouldn't even, whatever I've just described there, that's not even self-sabotage, that's just selfish. But I'm talking about, I feel there's a group of masculines that through self-sabotage, like I said, run away from true love, then they get into other things quickly with other people, And that can include children, that can even include marriages, that can include, whatever. Stuff I channel all the time. God, is there going to be any happy messages in this today? Fucking hell. Right, so what have we got for the feminine? For die, yeah. And so again, it's making sense though. The fucking divine feminines can feel shit like this going on. You can feel it. You either felt it in the past or you can feel it presently. Divine masculines, helpless and hopeless, kind of makes sense here, isn't it? Like, do I go this way? Like, I feel that as someone that's in a situation where it's like, do I go that way towards where I really want to go in my divine feminine? Or do I stay here with my karmic situation? And especially, like I said, if people have been, well, if they're in situations like what I've just described, it's like some people might feel like they just haven't got, oh shit, yeah, because that's the Eight of Swords. Like, they feel, oh my God, this is completely channeling. This feels like a personal reading. That is, somebody feels trapped. Like, they feel like they've not got a choice. The Eight of Swords. And it's like the divine feminine energy of this divine masculine knows. Like, they can see it. You've either saw something coming before it happens, or you can sense it's happening presently. Or you feel that it's went on in the past and you either know or you don't know. It's something like that, though. It's very specific today. 86 or 68 could be significant. Years of birth or ages. But the thing with the Eight of Swords is you actually have always got a choice. Especially if any of these situations are that are built upon lies, like somebody has literally targeted you and gotten pregnant on purpose. Again, that's just, I can't even bother going into all of that. It takes two to tango. Do you know what I mean? You've got to take personal responsibility anyway. So let's pull another one. Not everyone's in these dynamics. Can we get a fucking message for people that aren't? Draining my energy. Rest and reconsider. Well, there's the Nine of Swords. Oh, sorry, it's not the Nine of Swords. It's the Nine of Wands. Yeah, the Wounded Warrior. And this is the Divine Feminine card. So that is, yeah, the Wounded Warrior. There's nothing else to say about that. It's like stand up 7. No, fall down 8, stand up 7. My throat went funny there. Divine Masculine. Refusing to see, fucking hell. And now it was in reverse yesterday. So yeah, this masculine is somebody that was refusing to see the connection, or running away, which has come out from the start, and then they're now stuck in a situation. Now, it might not be the exact situation I've channeled about, but it is for some. But remember, this card is you're not really stuck. And I feel there's a lot of, I feel like 28 significant. The 28th of January might be significant because I feel like I was drawn to that with numbers on one of the other cards. Right. What else for a feminine? You are a beacon for others, a wise leader. This is so interesting. This always happens when it's a new moon or a full moon. The themes are coming out because we've had at the start the setting boundaries, and now we've got wise leader, and boundaries and leadership is what Capricorn is. Crazy. Crazy but amazing. Masculine. Far away places, get ready for new horizons. So, okay, this is what's making me feel that a lot of what I channeled here might be past energy, or it is a very strong masculine that is actually, especially if this is connected to what I've just channeled about, it's like somebody can see through what's happened, or they've discovered what has happened, and they're not letting it hold them back, which I'm kind of saying that with a lot of doubt in my energy, because that would take a lot for somebody to be able to see through the guilt tripping of karmic energy around them. And I'm not just talking about whoever it is. It would be like the actual person that was in that situation. It would be all the pressure you get from family, friend, you know. But they might have listened to me when I said, can we get something for people that aren't in these situations? Because some people are like long past these ages and stuff, or just not in this situation. Yeah. But remember, this is the feminine's card, but this can be masculine as well. You're both beacons for others, and it's time to get ready for new horizons. I do feel as well that I feel some sets of twin flames, it's like, remember, this could be a while away, but it's like, I do feel you're going to be travelling, like, to far away places, and, you know, being a beacon for others as twin flames in these dark times. And although that might seem really quite far-fetched now, if I totally scare people, but a lot of people will be well aware of this, the astrology for this year is fucking insane. Like, it's like we've never seen in our lifetimes. And it's only, you know, I mean, it's like, again, we are here to create the new earth, but even the Hopi prophecy, which is what I'm always, I'm all about, you know what I mean, is that it was prophesied that, you know, the Rainbow Warriors, which is what we are, I always bring in that energy, are here to create change in the world. But before it gets, I think I channeled this yesterday too, before it gets better, it's going to get dark. But be careful what timeline you're choosing, you know what I mean? It's like, but it's kind of like even what I'm picking up on here. Like, if whoever this is speaking to, it might not be all the specific bits to all twin flames, but well, it fucking definitely won't be. But for whoever this is speaking to, it's like, that really would be two very strong people if you've managed to get through all of that and forgive and love each other and you would become a beacon for other people and inspire people all around the world, because it's like you're being able to see through the entrapment is the word that came to me, and the toxicity of other people, it's like true love prevailing, and that's why I think they're getting me to say that, because that's what I always notice when I notice like a string of titles that I don't want to use the word negative, because it is needed that the darkness, that the light is shone upon the darkness. I mean, that's what I'm doing in this reading today. But again, you can hear it is draining because it's a draining situation I'm picking up on. It's needed, but I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about where it's like, I can put it this way, like I've noticed particularly, I don't really like homing in on if somebody is literally younger, that would have an effect. But I have seen that before, where it's like they've not got as much life experience, and it's like, in something like this, it's the interpretation of it, I feel, would be like, put it this way, if someone else was bringing through this message and they weren't a clear channel and they didn't have the experiences that I've had personally, or the experiences I've had supporting others through these situations, they could interpret this very differently. Do you know what I mean? They could interpret the guys that I feel are good guys that I've got caught in these situations through, well, it's through running away from things they were scared of and running into things too fast. And basically, you know, not being awakened yet, and just running into things too fast, but ultimately being a good guy. They could confuse those guys for being the other sort of like male that I described, where it's like somebody just really doesn't give a fuck who they get in situations and fuck off and leave them. Do you know what it's reminding me of? It's actually, this reminded me in Dirty Dancing. You know how the guy does that? He like knocks up Penny and then leaves her. But then, oh my God, there might be a situation like that, because the dad of Baby, this is so confusing when I'm talking about babies and not spirit babies and blah, blah, but like Baby, you know, the main character, her dad assumes that it's Johnny that got Penny into that situation, when actually it wasn't. It was the waiter guy, I can't remember his name right now, but he done that to her. And Johnny was actually looking after her, even though that wasn't even him that got her in that situation. So this fucking, I've no idea what the fucking hell that's got to do with it, but you know what I mean? So it's kind of like somebody's got something wrong here. Like, and then the dad apologises to Johnny at the end. You know, he's like, I'm sorry, I know that you're not the one that got Penny in that situation. And then he turns to his daughter and he's like, you know, you look wonderful out there. So yeah, I feel there might have been some kind of, I don't know, disapproval from a parent over a connection, over a twin flame connection, because I would see them as twin flame. Yeah, there might be, I feel there's disapproval from a parent over a twin flame connection, but actually they got it wrong over who they were disapproving of. And it doesn't need to be like over a guy, it could be over a woman. It's like, oh fucking hell, there's something going on here. Right, okay, so what fucking hell, what advice, if you could even give advice to whatever this is? Wow, that came out the other day, New Beginnings. Right, fucking hell, this is really going to help someone, whoever this is for. Everything in life is constantly vibrating and moving, and therefore continuously changing and evolving. Be aware that a new beginning's on the horizon. Have courage and faith, because right now life is trying to nudge you forward and move you in a new direction. And this is what I'm saying, I don't know why they're getting me to say it like this, but I do know because of some of the titles I've seen. This is where somebody could be like, yeah, Divine Feminine, the new beginnings with somebody new that's going to treat you better, right? And I could kind of see their point, to be honest. I could see why somebody would interpret it that way. But what I would say is, I would say that that's a reader that's not reading the twin flame journey. It's you know what I mean? Because it's when it comes down to when it's things to do with your twin flame, it is like you've both agreed to go through these different lessons, and find forgiveness at the end of it, and your love can transcend these situations. And by the time you're getting into new beginnings or something like that, believe me, the Divine Master would come back humble and grateful that you forgive them and you starting again. It's not kind of like, oh, you forever have to fucking bow down to Divine Feminine's feet. It's just like, you just both be grateful for the painful part to be over so you can have a new beginning with each other. God, that's a really intense message, but that's what's coming out. Divine Masculine. That's so random when it's one like this, but let's read it. What's jumping out to me is the dog is unconditional love and loyalty. So I do feel on some level, this Divine Masculine, I feel like this is just all somebody's story today because they're not letting me put it down. They have been loyal to you in their heart, and they're breaking free from wherever it is they're trapped. Now it feels like just being trapped by, like, literal trapped by situations and societal expectations, and now someone's breaking free. But this is also about calling on your power animals to help you. And then look, the rabbit, sexual energy. Somebody was caught up in their lower chakras and it got them into a situation. To be blunt, that's Capricorn. Animals of all types of extraordinary creatures and miraculous gifts to us. They've been our spiritual companions since the dawn of time. At this moment, they have lessons to share with you that will open your heart and soul. And another one, because although it will have meaning to someone, you might have just lost a pet or something. Receive. Yeah. And so again, I feel, before I even read this, I feel this is about this masculine's working with himself right now about feeling worthy of receiving this new beginning with their feminine. Because again, I do feel this is all somebody's story today. You can see how someone would not feel worthy of having that type of love after it feels like this masculine has rejected the love of the feminine at some point, and then got into a karmic situation and found out, there's no other way to put it, like found out the hard way, but that doesn't even feel strong enough. Like they found out through very, very tough lessons that it was not the way to go. But I just always have to add on, I would argue it was the way to go because it was the only way to wake this masculine up. It's a bit kind of like, it reminds me of, I'm being really general with this, right, because I have to keep it honest, but it's not the same situation at all. But I remember once I didn't know somebody very well at the time, right, and then I later became close with them, and just keeping it general, like when I met them, they were involved with someone romantically, and I just didn't, nothing about it felt good. Like I just felt the person's energy, and well, I just felt the darkness. And long story short, well, I was spot on. I won't go into all the details, but I was spot on. Like this guy was not a good guy. And but you know, the person that I'd then gotten really close with was kind of like, why didn't you say to me? Like, if you felt that at the start, and I'm like, you hardly knew me. Okay, so you know what I'm saying, but you hardly knew me. And at the time, you know, and so imagine I had said to you, I'm getting a really horrible feeling about him, but at the time you're madly in love with this person. Like, we then later wouldn't have formed a friendship, would we? You'd be like, fuck you. Do you know what I mean? And that's the difficult predicament that I feel a lot of extremely clairvoyant or a seer, which really I would use the term seer for that as more appropriate, because it's like I said, in that situation, not knowing somebody well, but feeling instantly, oh my God, like I don't like the energy of that person. But it's like I said, just long story short, it's a difficult, I've been in that situation more times than once, but and sometimes I have made the mistake, but like I said, it's a divine mistake because it would be a learning for me as well to there's nothing you can do about it. Like I've been in situations where I have tried to stop people being with people that are going to hurt them. But again, it always goes that way. They'll turn against you. So it's really difficult. But like I said, that first example is quite a good one because it's like, you know what I mean? The person's like, you could just save me a little bit. It's like, no, I couldn't have saved the person from all of that because it was what they had to go through to grow as a soul. Kind of reminds me when I was at the Spiritualist church once, and I've said this before, but the medium read a passage about a butterfly, and it was like, if you try to save the butterfly when it looks like it's struggling, you'll kill it. Like the butterfly has to go through that struggle to grow into being a beautiful butterfly. So I've not said it in the exact way of whatever the story's about, but you get the gist. You might want to save that person that's about to get themselves into a complete disaster of a situation. But if you save it, well, obviously you're not going to kill them, but it's like you're going to kill whatever relationship you've got with them. Because in that situation too, I'm just sort of thinking actually, like if I had said to that person and just say they believe me, which we're in agreement, they wouldn't have, because they were basically they were being completely manipulated by that person at that time. So they would have just saw me, basically not a stranger, but someone they don't know that well that's got a gift, that got a gift. Yeah, that, you know what I mean? They would have just been like, they would have just not had, not continued the friendship. But just saying the person had, then they might have cut it off with that person, but then always wondered, what if that was the love of my life? Like, and then blamed me. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, that's quite a good example. Whereas although it was horrible to see, that I was like, oh my God, that is exactly what I felt. It wasn't exactly what I felt, but it was pretty much near enough what I felt. It's just what had to happen. So like I say, it's really one of the curses of being like this. So I don't know, somebody needed to hear that. It's no fun and games. You are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others, but now it's time for you to learn how to graciously receive. So remember, this is for divine masculines, and there is a man on this card too, although you can be a divine masculine woman. I do feel this is about, like, you've been a kind and loving soul. I think you've given to the wrong people, and people have taken advantage of you, and now it's time for you to graciously receive this new beginning with who you really want to have that with, after learning tough lessons. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is a natural law and order of the universe. Let yourself receive this new beginning, whether you're divine feminine or divine masculine. Right, and divine feminines. That is actually linked to what I was getting. That's so funny, because I was getting linked to things to do with art all around my living room, and the fact that there's like an art thing on the box there. And then, so it wasn't the artist card, but it's got creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. So there's something that for the feminine, that your soul is longing to create art. I do feel it is creating art for someone specifically here. Again, whether it's like a hobby or a business or both, or which, like I said, is a lot of people that I help. Or it doesn't need to be art. It could be like singing or dancing or acting, or even something similar to what I'm doing, cards and stuff. Builder, so the masculine has builder. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. So it could even be the case that, like, this masculine might be a builder. How funny would that be? Or it is about the masculine wants to build with the feminine now. And actually, I really do feel this is about, like the deep sense of accomplishment really screams Capricorn to me as well. It's like somebody has, after going through this, this is an interesting one, because in some ways it feels like it's a present energy for some bits of it, and in other ways it feels like it's a past energy. And it's like, after having went through all of this, it's like, especially when I was seeing like the 68, if someone is like that much older, it could be like, this is all what happened in the past, but it's like, that's obviously just for specific to some. But I have got like older people that watch me. Again, I mean, I don't like saying older, but you know what I mean? Anyway, whatever. So it could be 86 too, and then it would be people that are, well, that would be just a couple of years younger than me, and it doesn't need to be these ages at all, or years of birth. But I really do feel it's like somebody's like, it's thought about this long and hard, and it feels like somebody that wants to win your love. That's what I'm getting. It's like, and when you put this together, it's like your soul longs to express itself creatively. This is like, I feel this masculine is longing to express themselves. They want to earn it. That's what I'm feeling. Energy healing. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. So again, that one came out the other day too, so that's important with this too. Again, so this is why I support a lot of artists, but also a lot of artists that are healers, you know what I mean? Because it's like that is, you're combining the two, because actually I would say all art is healing, because it's like, but it's more specifically like when I've spoke about that somebody uses their experiences and puts it into the picture and it's healing other, it's something like that. But again, that's really going to speak to quite a few people, I feel. And I think that could also be talking about when Michelle saw a painting the other day with the guy walking through the portal. Like, it might not even be that you're the artist, but you've just saw art. I feel that's that too. Children, oh fucking hell, there's the sorry to laugh, but fucking hell. Yeah, the children are at the heart of this matter here. Throughout all this fucking drama, it's the children come first, right? But I can't help but laugh, because it's like, this is just clarity. This is confirmation and clarity for someone. Your life purpose involves helping, teaching and healing children. But I do feel it is about, like, there's children involved in this situation. Or there's children that are yet to be involved, if it is literally about the spirit babies, or both. Or you could be somebody that does teach children, heal children, I do that. But also it could be like as well, like I heal literal children, but I also heal and teach people's inner child. And really, if a big message coming through from this is about forgiving yourself. So there's forgiveness for the masculine involved here too, from the feminine, but I feel the masculine needs to forgive themselves as well. Do you know what it reminds me of? And I don't think I've said that yet because it was a few days ago, but the spirit alarm that went off was Adele, Go Easy, like Easy on Me. And that's what that song's all about to me. It's like, you know, I'm not going to sing it because it's really high, but you know, it's like, go easy on me. I was just a child. I didn't know. Oh, wait a minute, I'm going to have to put it. No, I don't need to. You can look up the lyrics yourself, but that's what I get from it. It's like, you know, and obviously she's singing about, I don't know, she's singing about her own experiences, but to me, when I've always heard that song, it feels like someone's like exactly like what I've channeled. Like they've got into something when they were younger, they've rushed into it, or it's like just from the deep factor of somebody still coming from a bit of a child state, needing to grow more. And actually, that's what I mean. That's the vibe I was getting. Like this could be for a much older man or woman that has went through all of this, and now it's time for you to reunite with your twin flame. That is the case for a lot of people. And those are tough journeys, I feel, if you've both had different separate families, children, and then you're being called to each other. Kind of reminds me when I'd shared, I'd heard a story 6 months ago or something about it. It was like, it was somebody's partner had just died, and I think the other one wasn't, like their partner hadn't died, but they'd divorced or something, and then they both had children on either side, but then they found each other again and they were childhood sweethearts. And I've just realised I saw a synchronicity today about childhood sweethearts, so that's not a coincidence. There's something about childhood sweethearts here. This could be about, so whether it's literal childhood sweethearts like you were children or teenagers, I feel this is like somebody you've been in love with when you're younger, and it's like a second chance coming back around. And now they've just cleverly reminded me that see what I mean? That's so funny. I cross my heart and hope to die. I didn't consciously mean that, but my guides promote my stuff through me. There's a second chance to get the sessions at 50% off. But again, it's part of the message too. There's a second chance here for someone. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I've spoke that long. My mum will be here soon. So right, I'll get this one uploaded, and I'm going to do a live stream at some point, but I feel I won't be going live till 9, possibly. Yeah, I think probably 9, because, you know, a lot of people go to bed quite early, but I feel I'm meant to be live at 11. It depends what you see it. 1 minute past 11 would be 111 or 11:11. But again, and that's, yeah. That's not too, I'd like to say that's too late for me, but fuck now, when I'm not going to bed till 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning, but I'd like to try and be stopping that. But yeah, anyway, so I think just keep an eye out for me. I don't know what time, but I'm thinking roughly that it would be about 9. And I'll probably be live for at least a couple hours, but It's to clear the dark energies that are going on around this portal, because where there is light, there is always dark. And this situation was complicated. And look how what just homed in on. Someone was refusing to see and then they got stuck. But there is a new beginning. There's a new beginning coming here if you allow yourself to receive it. Like, comment, subscribe, book a session, take advantage of the 50% off the sessions while they're there, because as of the 12th tomorrow, prices will be back to what they usually are. So see you later.